where is what you're talking about right now for you? What is happening like right now in your story that does not allow you to take a breath?
Well, I think a big part of it is just when you're in a situation, when you feel overwhelmed, kind of something that you tell yourself is that um, this is going to go away, and then I'll be able to get back to me.
Yes. I'll be happy when after I retire.
Right,
Yes.
right. So, and I'm aware of it, and to a degree at least, and I definitely try and remind myself that no, what you're doing right now is the important thing. Maybe it doesn't feel important, like wiping down the table for the fifth time of the day, or it doesn't feel important stacking blocks yet again, just to knock them down. These are baby activities, but of course, you know, I think those are challenging kind of for a lot of other people. It's just their work or something that they spend a lot of their time doing, and I think maybe you think, well, this is just the thing that is keeping me busy right now, but when I get to be the real me, then I'll be available, then there will be meaning. But I have been trying to bring the breath into those activities as completely mundane as they are, but I still think when you ask about where I am in this moment, now that I'm not wiping the floor, it is sort of like I feel like, oh, now I can be more awake. Now I don't really know if I am
Right.
more awake or more
Right.
present, but at least I feel like
Right.
I have an ability to be now
Right.
if I wanted to.
Right. We're still in the abouting, as far as I'm concerned. We are talking about it. I would love for us to slow down right now, and rather than address that question, where are you right now, from the mind, to address it actually from the breath.
That sounds good.
Let's just breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the nose. Breathing in kindness, breathing out compassion. Opening the heart to the breath. Having a heart for now. What's happening now, Quinn?
Well, I'm feeling less inclined to fill the space.
Consider yourself blessed. Right. Because the space is full, right? It's not a void that needs to be filled with stuff. That's what presence is. It's just full. It's enough. It's okay. Now you went to, I'm a breath without a story. I'm sure
I
it's not
spend
too...
plenty of time on the story. I was
Yeah.
just enjoying the breath for a minute.
Yes. See, this is so subtle, in a sense so small, and yet so big and so deep. It breaks the ice. It is really what meditation is about, is noticing how stressed we are. Not going to nirvana, but noticing how stressed and anxious we are brings us back to the present, and especially with the breath. If you notice it while breathing, something happens in the breath in which it becomes free, full, whole, light. The only problem is that it's not permanent. I don't know if it's a problem, but this is why I love so much the process, because I came to realize that I get enlightened all the time, but I don't stay enlightened. I have to keep working it. And the work is just that, is to keep coming back to that awareness of the breath in the moment, and feel it, and open the heart to it, and become it. And then I am in the frequency of love and light. And then I get hijacked again by by something that comes my way, a thought, a bad look, a sound, an email, and I have to do it all over again. But it can become a practice. And of course, a lot is at stake. For some people, maybe the changes are not so dramatic. For some people like myself, I can go into a spiral of anxiety and depression, which I can't really afford. So I make this practice. This practice for me is a 24/7. I'm always willing to practice doing exactly that. Being a breath with a story rather than a story without a breath. I like this golden silence.
Well, like I said, I think considerable more amount of time, whether you want to blame our modern age or just the way that humans are, of kind of a constant busyness. I love that the new iPhone tells you how many hours a day you're spending on your phone, because somebody over there must know that that when you think of how you might be spending 3.5 hours a day of every day paying attention to something that's definitely not the breath, and not that you shouldn't be paying attention to any of it, but that's a lot of time to commit to anything every day, especially if it's not even active attention a lot of the time.
It's a distraction.
Yeah, and I'm not against all of the distractions of it either, but
you don't want your life to be one big succession of distractions.
Well, right, I can't remember the last time I spent 3.5 hours of my day kind of focusing on coming back to my breath.
Yeah, usually it doesn't take that long.
Right, but let's say 3.5 minutes even would be more than I could spend. So it's pardon the silence. I was just I've got a lot of those 3.5 hour days of not paying attention built up. So
but thank you for taking the time to reverse that and to consent, actually, because often that's what really it's about. It's making that choice. Do I want to be the victim of stress or the victor of the present breath?
Well, I feel much better, and now maybe I'll spend the next 3.5 hours tweeting about it and seeing all the reactions that I can get.
Don't keep me posted. Okay.